Hey, what's going on everyone? Aaron here, and today is another Tactical Tuesday video. So whether you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, maybe you're seeing it on Instagram somewhere or IGTV, or even Alexa now, we will be on there shortly. I don't know if our app has gotten approved yet, but I was in the process of designing basically a flash briefing for Alexa. So if you have one of those in your home and you're interested in staying up on the current market trends here in Connecticut and some stuff nationally, you can just say, Alexa, play my news brief, and you should hear my charming voice come right over Alexa. So today's video, before I get too far off track, is going to be about the 9 ways to revive a stale listing without another price reduction. Now, I'm looking down at my computer screen here because I have been listening to the news and different media sources, and it seems like across the nation, certain areas are starting to slow down in the beginning of 2019. January was a slow start. So I think that's going to be the same here in New England and Connecticut. And so, there's only so much you can do to get a home sold. And one of the things, the go-to methods for most agents is price reduction. So they start reducing the price, now reducing the price. Now we do that also, but we normally have to do that when a homeowner is unrealistic about their price. And say, for example, they think their house is worth $300,000 when everything else is selling for $250,000 rather. So we'll set it up where every 15 days we drop the price 3% until we start getting phone calls on the property and showings, because that kind of puts the property at the market value, where if they would have listened to us in the first place, we would have started right from. So if you are having a trouble selling your home for sale by owner, if you've had your house on the market for a while and you don't feel your realtor is really doing much, maybe after watching this or listening to this, you can bring some of these ideas to him or her to help you get your home sold. And if you still can't get it sold, I'm about to give you an insider secret right here. So come close. Just give me a call, and we'd be more than happy to help you out. So let's get into today's video. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee here. I think this is like my 5th cup today already. So it's just been one of those mornings here in the Bowman household. So let's get into it. So the 9 ways to revitalize your stale listing if you have one, whether it's for sale by owner or with an agent. So you wanna gather as much feedback from and about prospective buyers as you can. So if you are still doing open houses, or if your agent is holding open houses, or they're getting some feedback online, whether it's a lead capture page or however they're bringing in their buyers, you want to make sure that you're finding out as much information about those buyers as possible, because those buyers are going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about your property, especially if they've viewed it. Now, maybe they've only seen it online, but the pictures that were done by a quote-unquote professional photographer have all the windows blown out and just look washed out, that the pictures don't look that great, so it's going to deter people from coming even to see the property. So you want to get all that information from those prospective buyers, because they're the ones that are going to be the most honest with you. I hate to say it, but a lot of agents just tell the homeowner what they want to hear in order to get the listing. And that's why, here with my team, we actually turn down more listings than we take, because sometimes the homeowners just don't want to hear the truth, and they need to hear the truth if they want to get their home sold. So if your agent's afraid to tell you the truth, talk to them about the feedback from the prospective buyers. And you don't want just the cookie cutter, well, it was a nice property to walk through and we really enjoyed the open floor plan, but we're not putting in an offer. There's more to it than that. Did I go nose blind? Does my house smell like wet dog? Does the cat box stink? Is there a Big Mac underneath the couch that one of the kids left there? Not that that ever happens in our house, but it could be something like that. So get that feedback from those buyers, because that's the most honest feedback you're going to get. Another thing here, which is something I've never actually thought of doing before, is tour your listing to experience it as a buyer does. So walk into your home, have your agent give you a tour of the home, see how they're presenting the home, see if there's things that when you're walking through, and really try to put yourself in the mindset of a potential buyer when they walk in and they're like, I don't really like this entranceway, or maybe all these shoes, and this happens in our house, are piled up by the front door and nobody can get in, or there's a minefield of Legos you have to walk through because you didn't get the house cleaned up before showing. So kind of have that mindset when you're walking through your house, and just tour it as if you were going to see your neighbor's house that was for sale, and really kind of take in what some of the good and the bads are. So I thought that was kind of cool. I've never actually thought of that before. So see, even I've learned something today. Hopefully you have too. I sound like a public service announcement. Anyways, take a fresh look at your marketing. This is very important. This is where my team and I strive when it comes to marketing. And you need to have, especially in today's day and age, with everything being online, 90% of the people are going to see your home first online. Trulia isn't really that big anymore since I believe Zillow bought them. So a lot of the traffic you're going to get if it's online is through Zillow, a little bit through Realtor.com, but unless they're, the agents doing their own social media like we do as far as getting the house out there. So take a good look at your marketing, see what's being done, see if the taglines are catchy enough, see if the incentive to click on the picture to view more or to type in their information is working, or even if the agent has a capture page. So basically it's like a squeeze page. You come into it, it's like one photo. I'm sure you've seen mine if you've seen any of my ads, and it says log in with your Facebook name and profile to find out more information about this home or to view the next 24 photos or whatever it is. You want to make sure that they're capturing that potential buyer's information, following up with them, and just make sure that your social media, your media marketing is, intriguing enough to get people to click on the photo. So next, and we've kind of talked about this already, number 4 on the list is have professional photography done even if you're not reposting the property. So what they were saying in this part of the article is maybe, you had somebody come through with their iPhone, and I hate when agents do this. It drives me nuts. They come in, and now granted, I have a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 dual camera thing. The thing takes stunning pictures. I've taken some of Morgan just out and about, candid shots, and it comes out great. But for real estate photography, you want to have somebody come in, whether it's your agent that can do good photos or somebody that can come in a couple $100 to take professionally qualified, that doesn't even make sense, professional quality photos is what I'm trying to say, and that they are edited accordingly afterwards, because none of the colors look the same when you first take them. If a photographer is doing it right, they're going to take very low saturation. I take all the saturation out of the photos, everything like that. And what they're going to do is they're going to color grade those photos to look very realistic to the eye. And, they should be shooting in RAW. And what that means is they're just, instead of like a JPEG file like your phone shoots or like your point and shoot cameras usually are, those can get uploaded right to social media. It's really hard to color correct those and to make those photos look much better than when they just come straight out of the camera. So having a RAW photo gives you a lot more data to work with, when it comes to editing your photos. So you want to have those. So if you do decide to maybe take it off the market, freshen everything up in the home, and then relist it and start a new marketing campaign with all new photos, that has been shown to help bring in buyers. So the next thing too is stage the rest of the property. Number 4, in staging homes sell like 1% to 2% more than a non-staged home. So have somebody come in and stage. Your realtor should be able to put you in contact with a home stager. And what they're going to do is they're going to come in and they're going to move furniture from one room to another. They're going to move things around, make you feel a little bit uncomfortable probably as a homeowner, because you're like, well, that really never goes in there. We've always had that chair in the other room. Well, they're going to stage stuff so it's pleasing to the eye. It makes a good flow of the home. And then you want to have your photos taken. I don't know why they didn't have this one as number 4 and then number 5 being the photos, but then you want to have your photos taken for when you decide to put it back on the market. And that brings us into number 6. You want to take it off the market while doing all this stuff. So if you're going to do some rearranging, you're going to maybe paint a wall, you're going to, maybe have the stager come in, you're going to do new photos. You want to make sure that you can take it off the market. And, if you're watching this somewhere else, check with your MLS rules. But you should be able to take it off the market for a short period of time and put it back on the market. And that way there, it pops up in all the feeds for all the agents. So if the house has been sitting, let's say it's, average time frame in Connecticut, it's like 70, now 80 to 90 days, or actually it's come down like 60 to 75 days on market. If you're up there at 90 to 100 days, you want to have that taken off the market, do some of these things. Uh-oh, here comes Morgan. What?
Daddy, look. It's the ammo.
Yeah, it's Jack. I see him. She loves this Jack. Okay, see you, kiddo. So, live video, don't know what to tell you. It's just what happens. So, when it comes off the market, then it gets put back on. And, you know, if you happen to go with a different realtor, let's say it's expired, you're in that situation, it's been on the market, you know, when it comes back on, it's going to hit the hot sheet, and then everybody's going to see that as a new listing, and they're going to see the new photos, they're going to see your new marketing, and that's going to help bring in the buyers. And then the next one is, which I find this more important than open houses or anything like that, is the social media. And for some of our clients, we don't even do open houses anymore because one, right now it's gross outside in Connecticut because it's mucky, and like yesterday was 60 degrees and what? You're stuck? 1 second. What? All right, so you know, every time I shoot a video, something always happens. So like I was saying with the open houses, we don't really do those anymore unless the the seller really says, hey, we really want an open house. Gives them that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Because honestly, if a realtor is telling you they're going to do all these open houses, all they're doing is looking to get more business for themselves with buyer clients. Because like 1.125936% of homes are sold at open houses. So to me, it's a waste of the homeowner's time kicking them out of the house. It's a waste of the time of the agent unless they're looking for new buyers to work with, because that time, energy, and money that I could be spending on an open house, I could be putting into the number 7 here, which is keep the listing active on social media, keeping the social media alive and going, and advertising through Facebook and Instagram, and pushing out the video walkthroughs and the tours of the home and all the photographs, and releasing a photo or two here, you know, throughout the week of a property on Instagram to really build the following and interest in the property, and working the hashtags, which brings people into the property to view it. You know, I just had some clients from Arizona, and I was touring homes for them on my cell phone with an app called Zoom, which is like a better version of Skype, so you can do meetings and people can come and go. Anyways, we were touring homes while they were still in Arizona. So it's just, you know, use that technology that's out there to get the home sold is what I'm saying. Especially if you're a for sale by owner, you're doing all this work on your own, make sure you keep your social media going. And then this one here, they talk about engaging, number 8, engaging local residents, especially neighbors, in the sale effort. So, you know, it goes back to before there was social media. People would talk to the neighbors to say, hey, listen, you know, my home's going up for sale. If you have a friend that might want to move into the area, or you know someone that's looking to move into this area, my home's going to hit the market in a week or two. Let them know, have them come by. We'll even give them an early tour beforehand. And my son just came out, so I need to adjust that. There we go. So, so engaging with your neighbors, letting them know that your home's for sale. Maybe they have a friend or family member that wants to move into the area. Honestly, I can't say I've had a lot of success with that, but that's something you can do. Now, this one here, the dollar is still the mighty dollar. Cash is still king. So number 9 is offer buyer agent incentives. Whether you set up a time frame, so hey, we're gonna have I hate to use that example of an open house, but we're gonna have an open house on, you know, May 3rd from 11 to 1 p.m. If you bring in a buyer and you write up an offer that's accepted within that time frame, you'll get a $1,000 bonus, or, you know, an extra push to the commission. That's something that a homeowner can offer. You know, I can't say that I've ever run into that situation where somebody's done something like that, but you know, it's something that you have to pay out of your own pocket, but it might be enough to entice somebody to come in, you know, and really push. You know, maybe their buyers are kind of looking in that area. Maybe it'll sway them more to really, hey, look at this house, show this house. Because I hate to say it, but sometimes it does happen with agents. You know, they'll show, you know, let's say your house is offering a 3% commission and the house next door is 2.5%. You know, they're going to show your house before they shoot the 2.5%. Oh, you gave the milk to Stryker? Great. So that's today's video. I've got to go clean up a mess now. Thanks for checking this out. Please look out for us on the Alexa app shortly as a flash news brief. This video is kind of long today, but they're going to be shorter tidbits on there. And then check us out in our podcast. Thank you for watching. As always, please like, share, and comment down below, and share this with somebody that might benefit from it. We'd appreciate it. Your friends would appreciate it. And Morgan would appreciate it. So thanks a lot. Have yourself a great week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.